Alright, it's just me and him. Me and Thomas Swegs are the Chief Operating Officer. Here we go. Ooh. Ooh. There's no company entries. No company entries detected. Other doors open. Oh, a cog just said it. You are productive. Oh, it's the radio! You are productive. Your company values that the work that you do. You have the power to be the most efficient version of yourself. Your colleagues, like you, always put the company first. Oh, hello. It seems like that the new security system doesn't work. Aw, man. Robert has security checks all over the place to dissuade you from popping in. It's too bad the company can't afford actual security guards, but that's Chris's domain, not mine. Well, it's been here. Perhaps you can stick around for a bit. I have a few questions to ask you. Okay, anything. Swegs? Thomas? Anything, Thomas? Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna increase the volume so I can listen to this music. Oh. I never probably haven't heard this one before. You can climb up on me. So you remember the new hires I was telling you about time we met? Yes. Well, we finished hiring them. Yep, we have seen that. You've probably seen someone running around, which I can finally talk more about exactly what the company's up to. Oh, what is it? After our whole regional manager plan was a bust, Robert fired about 23 different entities of fiasco before coming down and developing new course of action. It was decided the company's recent efforts have not been good enough. These include bringing in a new chief legal officer, hiring a legation team, and hiring regional manager, among other things. None of these things have solved any of the company's existing problems, nearly the tune problem. Robert, despite being the head of the company, does not blame himself for these failures. Surely low-level managers and employees of the coal and oil gas syndicate has been a responsible party. I'm not sure if they were, but if it's company, so we can do whatever we want to see if it. Yeah, of course. We're pretty much fighting with the enemy. Since firing underperforming employees, hiring new ones that hadn't worked for him so far, Robert's response is gonna fire a bunch of underperforming employees and hire a bunch of new ones. The unique factor is, here's my department was the subject of said firing and hiring. Oh my gosh, the official reason with it was the mass restructuring of our 4 major departments. Each represents different logistical and physical issues. Board bots value lurking virtue lacking of computer cores do not face such issues. In addition, there was some accusation of insider trading. Oh, it's the insider has suddenly sprung up against lower employees. Their timing seemed awfully convenient, so I'm not sure about these accusations were credible. To be fair, when your suit models con artist or swindler, I imagine getting easily accused of solicit activity. Oh, those are the two. One of the 2 of the 6 fired board bot employees. We're basically vibing with the enemy right now. These decisions did not uphold the board bot deposit. Was not a universally popular one amongst the board bots themselves. Robert has received many complaints and threats by litigation by soon-to-be jobless suits. Of course, the employees of the coal, oil, and gas syndicate is going to be hired at will, so Robert, as Doza, had to worry about litigation centering on dismissal. Nor Robert was practically concerned about any action of the Associated Labor Union. They could pull company at minimal at best. They may have erased Robert's mind, but they don't make full desperate for positions. About a week before the sacking was scheduled to occur, a massive uptick of board bot activity of cognition. I guess they determined a massive surge of productivity might convince Robert was worth the company's time and resources to retain the service. It's just too bad their slow show the force was not so forceful. The board bots were beaten back like a mob of munchers. Honestly, and probably make it easier for Robert to fire them. That's when it finally happened a few days later. It finally doesn't help their case. 6 of the 8 board bots forgot Robert's manufacturing day. That's probably sealed their fate before anything. Only 2 board bots benefited from all this, Magnet and Head Honcho, like we've seen. Both of them were just proactive enough to sway Robert into retaining them. The fact they remember their manufacturing day probably helped as well. Magnet got promotion too, like we've seen RG. Magnet got this because he performed the best out of any board bot on the last effort period. At the same time, it can help to wonder the Robert did so because he's the highest bird-themed suit in the company. Regardless, I'm happy that Robert is investing on our department. Who knows where to invest next? Wait. So I guess what he's talking about, the highest bird-themed suit, I guess he was talking about employee-wise. Wait, hold on. Oh, some new music. Now there's a little guy you might have seen a hat with a weird mustache wandering around. That's the bag header. He smells like old Patron and reminds me of the golf cart attendant yelled at me once. I don't think we should have hired him. Robert saw him hauling coal back in one day and hired him on the spot. He looked like a board bot. I'm not sure what he means. I suspect Robert has something in himself and brush this to one himself. If Robert is in cleaning products for several years, he might see his resemblance. I'm not the only one concerned about the employee. Alan expressed consternation over confidence and smell. Robert's response is to hire the paper head with the exact opposite of bag head holder. That is making basic hygiene practices. It was impairing to the theory is bag over confidence, bag heads, defiance should have offset each other. There's similar ranks and it should encourage a collaborative environment. However, the theory that was in practice the bag, despite the high rank and doing the one pushing cover, they have already lost the company a significant amount of money assets after they lost value. Despite the physical failings of the detriment to the and so to endure unsuccessful partnership. I wonder if Robert is becoming comfortable with failure. He dealt with it for the past couple of years. No kidding. Even though the company is still standing, so I guess that counts for something. Wow. Dang. Man, he's so talkative this year, man. Oh, here's my first question you have. Have you seen The Insider? I'm asking because I don't ever seen. We use him for intelligence gathering for both Toontown suits. He's a natural fit, but him being a shallow figure. Shallowness is the problem. I may never have a meeting with them. I never spoken to them. I never seen them in person. When they deliver reports, I never seen them get dropped off. The reports are just there when I enter the room. Considering the rumors, the exact nature of the insider, I think their sense of mystery is shared by other employees. Some say that they never clock out. They say they were responsible on the chainsaw consultant situation. Still others said the insider is not a single person. It's a secret society that sell information to the highest bidder, tunes included. I even had one Larry Novak claim there was an awful insurance company collapsed a few years ago. At this rate, I'm expecting half as soon as it's a third cousin to Robert, a second cousin to me. Of course, these things are almost certainly false. The real insider is somewhere underneath the head and collar. I wonder if it's a case of the mystery of the insider. One that's something to be the circuit breaker. This is part of the crisis management team, but this rumors or crisis to be managed. We couple together a massive web of information and the exact nature of the insider who they might be. He likes to talk about investigative efforts. Anyone who listened, I've done several occasions. I appreciate the occasion. As a company, last month I had to fill a report of crisis management meetings being derailed by the circuit breaker. Insane theory that the insider is secretly there's 3 tunes in a trench coat. Ooh. Interesting. Yes, I've seen it. And there are some cases where collaborative editors have been arranged by the company, as is the case with Bagholder and the Paperheads. The more of a collaboration, more authentically shared through interests, considered the case of Deadlock. Sharkwatcher. They both operate coal in Ice District. Sharkwatcher being observant fish, he was concerned about control Cosmo was having those suits in that region. Apparently, he expressed concerns about to Deadlock was to be mounted. I'm not sure when the constant crew in the examination he likes being off with good suits. Either way, they're branded together. They created something of counter gang threat to Cosmo's aberrations. Currently fighting over suits in the region to support them. It's starting to become an issue for the cash pot department. Last week, suddenly investors had filed a report on behalf of the crew crack requesting company limitation pertaining to activities as Golden Ice District. It's a low of suits. Holiday contributions, blah blah blah. Robots, but to make a decision, prohibits creation of special dimension of the organization. At the big issue of ours, he started off the whole thing. Competition is good for activity and blah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is going way too fast. So make a decision. Oh, there's still special commission, okay. Man, this is going way too fast. Hey there, welcome to the stream. I'm currently talking to Thomas Swegs, or doing the Chief Operations Officer battle. As per Currency Management Magnate and Head Honcho proved themselves to chairman. They were rewarded. Referred they kept their jobs, they get upgrades. Magnates got promoted. As you can imagine, they felt pretty happy about this. Perhaps they wasn't surprising they quite exercised their competitive edge they need to map. Both Magnate and the Head Honcho convinced not only chairman favored them, but they need to prove it somehow. This strange the same situation. They're trying to be superior to the new board boss. I'm not sure who asked them to prove said superiority, but they're trying to attempt to do it. Regardless, for example, Jennifer received a call from someone claiming to be chairman. 452 shares to be delivered. Hacho learned this. He just arranged for the delivery of shares to put up supervisor position and shares removed to Robert's students. The problem is Robert has not officially asked for this. Oh no! Imagine, look at his face when I'm on a board box. There's an office and the students called in Lieutenant Robert to make this picture so we can determine this Mr. Jim Wire. Word was calls made after the answer. Where we focus on the efforts of Magnet and head out to be more productive. See, we have heard a lot new board bots since Repo's company operates. Okay, I'm going to find new deals with low tiered suits. One report from Paperheads to tell Magnet forcing heads to retain their grounds. It was a high rank suit. He deserved it. Ever report deadlock. Well, between the headlock and head honcho over their incense and a former box of cigars. The training session to stand off is a bag holder and insisted on head honcho's taste of cigars. Let's say circuit breaker had to stop the head honcho from breathing the shift. Snuffing was then bag holder's head. Until future training session will be better oversight from the higher ups in the department. Man, look all this drama the board bots are going through with the new hires and the 2 retained ones. I suppose I should get to these questions that I was going to ask you. Okay. You see, we're doing a series of internal focus groups around the new board bots on the impact of the company. The audience and get some data from our opponents or the impact is. I'm going to read you some questions to respond to them, and to be honest, to me when you ask the question. Okay, first question. Are your opinions of board bot positive, neutral, or negative? Positive. Positive for me. Very good. I like the new board bots myself. I'm not part of the focus group, so I won't share my additional opinions. Question 2. Do you think the revamp board bot department represents your values? Yes. Okay. The answer was pretty obvious. Question 3. Which board bot have you responded most positively to? I say, I like Circuit Breaker. And a follow-up question: which board bot you responded most negatively to? Which one? I'll say Insider, I guess. Okay, there's a few questions on how to process you won't know about, so I'm going to skip those. It's question 17. But do you think their board bots will respectively resolve the tune problem? No. Why are you asking me to tune this? Yeah. I guess the jury's out on this one. Okay, one more question for you. What projects or goals you think should be priority for the oil, coal, gas syndicate? More forms of energy so you can diversify your energy portfolio for the future. Great, thank you for your input. Your company values your thoughts and time of emphasis. I'm not sure about the company part of the company valuing you necessary, but these opinions will be appreciated regardless. Normally, you will receive monetary compensation. Unfortunately, Cogs do not represent a Japanese form of currency. I can't give you anything that you will consider money. Okay, what's my compensation then? Yeah, he knows. He's so smart. Man, they should slow these prompts down. Additionally, there's something I can give you. A few months ago was Kim experiencing expensive graphics was patched and more effective best communication. We actually got the technology working. The higher ups are preferred server graphics for testing. I was the higher up, so I got private community comments element of business communication. However, one of the problems when with the graphics informed of the con artist, he immediately created secrets and images. That is something very holding and shaming. No wonder why he's fired. The project was immediately cancelled until the issue of the graphic that I have created. I'm opting to give you instead. Your tunes are very communicative. You can find a way to use it. Anyways, I have a scheduled meeting to attend to. I'm bored by the vision. It's developing new rules surrounding the discussion of topics. Not in order paper. The company seemed to interest magnet, head honcho, and circuit breaker since myself included. I assume you see you at the same time next year. Alright. Everyone say wave goodbye to Thomas. Thanks. Bye. Hold a minute. Is pressure just alright.